Fishers. Yes, it's been a crappy weather pattern through the week, but anyway, there's some fish getting caught. Last weekend was plenty of fish caught, and it's looking like it could be a promising weekend this weekend. We've got our fingers crossed anyway. Reports from Dartmouth, very, very good. Most of the fishermen down there are picking them up on the little gudgeons, so they're putting the shrimp traps in, catching the gudgeons, and just drifting around with gudgeons in open water basically. Depending on the depth, they're picking them up on the sounder. They'll drop the gudgeon down to that depth and they'll pick up some really nice trout, so it's really happening down there. Hume Weir, it's cracking, we're real happy with it. Still plenty of redfin and big redfin moving around there, so you're not going to have any hassles at all picking up some good reddies. You'll also pick up some good trout. Now the trout are really big, browns and rainbows. Trolling with the CC Mini Minnow will do the job really well, or the McGrath lure, any of those. If you want to chase reddies as well, put a little soft plastic about 2 foot above it on the troll, and you'll be amazed how many redfin you'll pick up. Once you find a school of them, you'll be great. Then you get soft plastics or jigs or anything of that nature. So it's running pretty hot at the moment, and it's certainly the place to be. Mulwala, a little bit of activity out of Mulwala, we're pretty happy with it. A few big cod getting caught, but one of the hot spots at the moment is actually Wangler Dam. Fished last weekend, there was a comp down there, and basically the amount of cod, big cod that come out was fantastic. There was 15 over a metre, the biggest was 1.18 metre, and they were caught casting, swim baits, trolling, all that sort of stuff. There's a few good cod coming out of Blowering, working real hard for them. Trolling through the middle of the day seems to be as good as anything there. Big spinner baits, big hard bodies. The custom crafted jaws is one of the most popular lures for there. Another one I don't mind is the 90mm AC. It seems to be working quite okay. So a fair bit of activity there. Talbingo, a few redfin coming out of that. Hardly getting any reports from Yukonbean or Tentangra. No reports from Tentangra, mainly because it's probably too cold up there and the access is a bit limited. Jindabyne, still fishing well, some big trout coming out of Jindy. A lot of those trout that are getting caught up there are actually brook trout and salmon. They dropped them in not far from the boat ramp, so trolling from the boat ramp down to Hatchery Bay seems to be producing some really good quality fish. The Murrumbidgee River, the crays are on without too much trouble at all. You'll get some lobbies. Now you'll notice the river's going to be up and down like a yo-yo over the next few weeks, and that's depending on environmental flows, control out of the dams, because the dams are super high, almost 100% most of them, so just keep that in mind. So just go down prepared. When it's not raining, it's not wet, if we can get a week of dry weather, you'll get in pretty well any boat ramp. At the moment, Jones's, the Dairy, Wanabadgery, anywhere like that should be okay, and also just down here at Wiradjuri at Wagga. And they're getting a few cod as well. Bait fishermen are doing all right. They're not getting much on lures, but that'll change. As you can see, we've got a fair bit of activity around us. If I was going somewhere this weekend and I just want to catch a few fish, I'd be going to the Hume Weir, I can tell you now. It's certainly worth the effort. This is the Compleat Angler Fishing Report for this week. Oh, before I go too, by the way, we've got a couple of new colours in the mag drafts, 8-inch mag drafts. Absolutely amazing. There's a few similar to that, but this is actually a redfin and it looks fantastic. And this fella here is koi carp, I suppose you'd call it. It's amazing. These are top #1 Blowering lures. Work also at Wangler and Burrinjuck, but these are specifically for the Blowering system. And also give it a go at Mulwala. This is a Compleat Angler Fishing Report for this week. We'll catch you next week.